Hey, I'm Todd Newton, the Tattooed Traveler, and welcome to Gallup, New Mexico and the historic El Rancho Hotel. This place has been around since 1937, and boy, if these walls could talk. Some of your favorite Western movie stars have stayed in this very hotel, and I'm going to show you their rooms. I'm talking about people like Humphrey Bogart, Jimmy Stewart, Henry Fonda, Spencer Tracy, Errol Flynn, Gene Autry, and of course, the Duke, John Wayne. This is practically a second home for John Wayne. And tonight, we have the honor of staying in the John Wayne Suite. It's very cool. A lot of history. If you're an old Western movie buff, you're going to love this. Hang tight. This is going to be a good one. There it is, that familiar sign, Route 66. I love it. Heck, I was born right off Route 66. It starts in Chicago, travels over 2,200 miles, ends in Santa Monica, California, and it passes through great parts of our beautiful country like this, New Mexico. And today I bring you here to Gallup, a town that is often referred to as America's most patriotic small town. It was founded in 1881, and it is known worldwide for its beautiful Native American jewelry. It's also known as the home of the historic Hotel El Rancho. And look at that shot with the rainbow in the background. Now, the El Rancho opened in 1937. You better believe it's a historic landmark. The locals have plenty of stories about this old hotel, and they are more than happy to sit down and share them with you. Some of the old-timers even say this hotel is haunted by the ghost of a former bellhop by the name of Bill Harris, who was taken out to this courtyard on the left here back in 1945 and shot 8 times. With a .22 revolver, they say his spirit still roams the hallways. But I'm more inclined to focus on the great movie stars who would stay here while filming classic westerns like 1930s Billy the Kid and Only the Valiant in 1951, Escape from Fort Bravo, 1953, classics. And as you can see, as we step into the lobby here, it's like going back in time. You almost feel as if you're stepping into an old Western saloon. And that's what people love about the Hotel El Rancho. There's the Duke, John Wayne. This was a favorite of his. And I love this. Check this out. This old cigarette machine. I'm looking at the sides. I can't see what year this is from, but man, that's worth some money. Now, I'm going to go upstairs to the second floor of the lobby in just a moment and show you some of the photos of some of the many movie stars from the 40s, 50s, even as far back as the 30s who have stayed here. But John Wayne really is the man. I mean, this was a home away from home for the Duke because he filmed so many of his movies here in Gallup. And tonight, I have the honor of staying in the John Wayne Suite, where he would stay for weeks on end. And that's the appeal of Hotel El Rancho. You can stay in a room where a legendary movie star stayed. And the rooms are scattered among 3 floors. Some past guests include W.C. Fields there. There's Errol Flynn. Very cool. There's his room. Let's see, who else do we have? There's W.C. Fields' room right there. I bet some drinking happened in that room behind that door. Jimmy Stewart. There's Dick Van Dyke. We have the legendary Mae West, one of my favorites. The great Diamond Lil. I have Diamond Lil tattooed on my hand. And she was in room 210. That's where she would stay here in the hotel. And you can request to stay where Mae West stayed. There's Jimmy Stewart's room. Humphrey Bogart, Bogey and Bacall slept here. Very cool. And there's the presidential suite where Ronald Reagan, before he became president of the United States, obviously would stay when he was known just as an actor. And here at the end of the hall on the first floor is the John Wayne Suite. Oh man, to think that the Duke walked through that door, slept here. Now there have been some updates to the room, obviously. As much as I idolize the great John Wayne, I don't want to sleep on a mattress that's 70 years old. John Wayne's real name was Marion Robert Morrison. He was born in Iowa in 1907. Passed away in 79. Yeah, he was 72. Passed away in June of 1979. And throughout his incredible career, he made 169 films. 169. It's the bathroom. He's most recognized, of course, for that swagger and his drawl. My favorite John Wayne movie is True Grit, without question. Now, stars like John Wayne and Humphrey Bogart, W.C. Fields, of course, they would get thirsty. The Marx Brothers, Kirk Douglas, and they like to have a good time. Here in the lobby of the hotel is the 49er Lounge, which was recently named one of the top 50 bars in the USA by Esquire magazine. And there used to be a little stage right there. Gone now. We're saluting the Duke with a shot of his John Wayne bourbon. That was the worst cheers ever. Duke bourbon. Man, it went down smooth. Hard to do a toast while you have a video camera in your hand. Here's the menu. Look at some of the stars that have dined right here and some of these burgers. Now, the John Wayne burger is a must. My wife went with that. I went with the Here's Looking at You burger. Obviously, there's no way of knowing if this is what the stars actually had on their burgers, but it's fun to play along. There's the John Wayne burger. How good is that? And let me pan over here. Here's Looking at You. Look at that chunk of meat with that cheese. Woof.
Hey friend, my life is complete. I slept in the same bed as John Wayne. What more can I possibly do in one video? I hope you enjoyed our trip to the El Rancho. I'll put the website for all booking information down in the description of this video. So make sure you subscribe, like this video, turn on notifications, because I promise you there's a lot to see in this big, beautiful world of ours. I'm Todd Newton, the Tattoo Traveler. Until we meet again a little further on down the road, travel safely.